Previously in Vishwa Yuva Kendra.
The moment in your life you face any impossible situation, your first thought should be, oh, it is possible. All the dreams come under one umbrella, and that umbrella is success. Anything you do, the first thought which comes to you is, will I be successful? Each one of you have the potential to become whatever you decide to become. I can only inspire you. I can only motivate you. I can show you the path. But who has to walk? You have to walk.
Vishwa Yuva Kendra and Sri Akilan Deswari Women College organized a webinar on youth leadership and motivation talk.
We welcome all of you to the last and final day of the leadership and motivation talk. This is the last day of our webinar. The first day was on 7th of October, where we had Mr. Suneel Keswani sir. On the 8th of October, we had Mr. Surendranayan Ahuja sir. And this is the final day and the last day in which we have once again Mr. Suneel Keswani sir. Sir, on bottom of our heart, through Vishwa Yuva Kendra and Akilan Deswari Women's College, sir, we welcome you to the last and final day, sir.
The subject which I am taking today is very close to my heart. That is, change, an invisible teacher. Have a look at yourself now. How much you have changed. The way you can think today and even perhaps communicate and take the decisions of your life, of your career, of your relationship, that's simply amazing. Or I would put it this way, unparalleled. This even 10 years back, you would have never, ever imagined. So, don't be worried you are getting old. Age, according to me, is just a number. So long you remain a lifelong learner, which I am sure you are. That can be your secret of being young at heart and in mind forever. Find joy in whatever you do, even if it is a routine task, because there can always be moments of rejoice. Attach meaning to the work you do and the contribution you make. That will make you love your job or assignment or project or whatever is your nature of task, whether you are teaching, doing office work, or even studying, or even doing research. Once you understand why you are doing this course of microbiology, or maybe physics, or maybe management or commerce, that's where you see the bigger picture. And once you see role models and those people who have made it great in your sphere of study which you are doing, this is very motivating. We have got too many means, but in the process, we have lost the meaning in our life. So what is the use of that means if we don't attach a meaning to that? What is the use of that laptop or mobile phone if we keep on spoiling our life by going in wrong directions with these tools? These can be the biggest source of distraction. And these can also be the biggest key to your success. Now, that's what the purpose of education is all about. To know what is good and what is bad, to do or not to do. Change is an evolutionary process which ultimately builds you, provided you see the change with a positive frame of mind and not be afraid of that. On the contrary, take it as an opportunity, or even I should say, blessing in disguise. So let's understand what we can do on our part to stay ahead and overcome the winds of change. So, number one point is being proactive. Now, this is slightly being different from being active. Both are positive, but proactive in today's context, and especially in the 21st century, makes more sense. Meaning, instead of reacting or worrying about conditions for which you have little or perhaps no control, why not you focus your time and energy on things which you can control? It is better to be prepared and have no opportunity rather than have an opportunity and be unprepared. This is truly being proactive. So, what we need to be doing is adapting fast and taking control of the situation rather than fearing and becoming helpless. Like this pandemic situation has come suddenly 8 months back. Now we need to face it and take maximum precautions and adapt fast to this temporary situation so created. But in this entire game, I call it a game, where the rules of the games have changed, that's where you need to be self-initiative oriented. Because once you take the lead, others follow. But just thinking that let somebody else do it first, it may or may not happen. That's where you need to believe you are the one. It is said, where there is faith, there is no fear. And where there is fear, there is no faith. Sir, madam, once you start believing in yourself, the world believes in you. It doesn't take an army of people to create a revolution. One ignited mind, who knows, you are the one, can make a difference at your home, in your neighborhood, within your society, within your college, within this country, who knows, within this world. Number two prominent point which I need to highlight to you is become Atmanirbhar. I was very enthralled by the recent speech on Independence Day given by our Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Modi ji, where he strongly emphasized on becoming Atmanirbhar, meaning becoming confident and self-sufficient. Both these points are absolutely relevant. Because once you become strong mentally, physically, and emotionally, everyone around you becomes strong. Third most significant point when we are discussing change is innovation. What is innovation? Constantly finding newer ways to solve the existing challenges of the society and in your personal life. Let's suppose you have an academic goal to achieve or a research project to do or some competitive exams to clear later. Now, what is expected out of you or what is required? Constantly seek newer ways or approach in preparation. Seek guidance, meet people, travel places, explore the unexplored. Who knows? The best in all of us is perhaps yet to come. In today's context, especially, stay relevant. Very crucial to understand. Stay relevant. How quickly you adapt and change today decides your tomorrow. Today, if anyone is not updated or upgraded on a regular basis, he or she will soon be outdated. Therefore, it is very critical for all of us to understand that we need to have a sense of urgency. Cannot leave anything and everything to tomorrow or day after or this or that. That is just procrastination. Never indulge in that habit. Believe in the power of
Archana from Second Income is asking, what are the steps that a leader should take to create coordination among employees or students?
once you are the person who is leading by example, that makes a difference. Many a times we commit a mistake. We give a right example, but we don't set a right example. Now, these are two different statements. Example, if I tell my child at home not to watch TV, now that's a good advice because more of watching TV will distract him from his or her studies. But then after coming from my office, if I sit on the sofa to watch the TV for the next 2-3 hours, or even these cricket matches or so forth, now that's a double fault. I'm saying something else to my child and doing something else. So in such cases, my child would resist to what I say. So I may not be an influential leader in this case. So similar to the case in office or maybe at the college. So once you want to draw the attention or compliance from your team members, first do the same thing what you say to others.
Sandhya from BCA is asking, can you share how you are motivating your team members in some failure situations, sir?
Now, this is what I tend to do. I have always suggested them or shared with them to look failure not exactly as a failure. Two things I do. One, I separate the act from the person. Now, sometimes something has been done wrong by a person doesn't mean that the person is wrong. Mistakenly, sometimes we try to be abusive to the person that you are not good, you don't understand this, you are that. No, that is wrong. We need to say what I know about you, you're an excellent choice in this team. That's why you are in this team. But this act of yours, which has resulted in the downfall of the results, or perhaps we have faced collectively, that was not good. Now let's see how we can together put in those fallen pieces. This is very much required. Second, I always tell them, and that is applicable to me also, and I heard it somewhere from a great personality. He said, to me, only two things have happened in life. Either I have succeeded or I have learned. What an idea, Sergi. Now, he didn't use the word deliberately, failure. He said, learned. So, as long as you and me, or we all put together, can learn from that failure exactly is not a failure. On the contrary, it's a stepping stone for a future success. That's the two remedy formula which I tend to use.
First of all, I would like to express our sincere thanks to the founder and chairman, Muniratnam sir, Secretary M. Ramnan sir, Principal S. Maithili ma'am, Vice Principal K. Shaguna ma'am, Head of the Department of Physics S. Selva Kumarji. Our sincere thanks goes to PhD scholar, our mentor, always a smiley face, ball is behind and face is ahead. And so, one and only Suneel Keswani sir, our mentor, Sri S.N. Ahuja sir, and whole bunch of students. We only can grow with our hardship. We cannot grow in very conducive environment. We have to be hardship, we have to be hardy. Wherever we have to go, we have to grow. Just Keswani said, had shared that separate best from the rest. If we want to be best, we have to be separate. We have to be separate from the rest. If we have learned lots of things from the books, that is the mere words. But if we inculcate among ourselves, if we imbibe those things in ourselves and we respond according to the situation, only then we people can be a learned person. Otherwise, we people can't be a learned person. There are so many workshops, there are so many seminars, there are so many training sessions, but important thing is the takeaway. And we believe action speaks louder than the words. If we have so many words, so many sentences, so many dialogues, so many phrases, so many quotations, but our character is not responding according to the words, according to the characters, how we can be a good leader? Leadership is nothing, demonstration of character, nothing else. If we people can demonstrate our character, we can be a good leader.
Things should be initiated by one who has the guts. So this is a plea, it is an appeal to my students. Don't hesitate to do good things. Come forward. Have confidence in you. Believe you. You are all there. I used to say, you are my finest product. Because I could say that my life will be only my students. My first priority is only my. I never call them as my students. I used to call them as my children. I take this opportunity to thank Udaya Shankarshi and the Thomas sir and Tanishka and all other members who have done their work off the screen. So it's my duty as an academic head. It's my duty to say, though I'm telling words can compromise or compensate only to some extent, but not to the real extent. I take this opportunity to thank all the two, what I could say, diamond or platinum. One is Sunil Ji, another one is Surendra Ji. You two people have motivated us, sir. Even at the age of 62, after listening to you, I felt that as if I am a newborn. I always think that I used to compete with my student. I am the youngest because I am always with younger people. So all their energy will come to me. Might be old in my outlook, but in inner wise, I am the youngest. And still I am motivated because of you, sir.
Thanks for watching. For more updates, please subscribe to our official YouTube channel and follow us here.